watching my video. Anyway, it's an early Monday morning, and my friend who is going to Grand Prix Seattle linked me this deck last night and asked me if I would give it a try. Apparently some of his friends have had great success with it, and he's currently not available to get on Magic Online himself, so I figured we would give it a try. Last week we also got absolutely browned by this deck in a match, and I've been pretty interested in it ever since then. I just really like the idea of Carnage Tyrant right now, and like these Tetsu mocks are actually super good in versus like all of like the random snake decks and stuff right now. Like it's like just highly impressive. Hey George, what's up? I unfortunately can't answer too many questions about the individual card choices in this deck, as we've played no deck, even particularly, thank you for the host George, even particularly similar to this deck. So it's going to be a learning experience as we go. I'm sure I will play suboptimally and sideboard suboptimally, but maybe we might play 2 leagues, so we might, maybe the knowledge we learn in the first league will help us in the second league, etc. and so on. So we're just going to go ahead and start the match and hope that it goes well. Also, I need to get out a notepad for some particular notes that I may want to write. So what have you been into since you've been home, George? Anything fun? I was supposed to be testing Scarab God decks today in preparation for the PPTQ this weekend. But no, we got asked to play this. Yeah. We have found an opponent, and he is a 1-1, we're 0-0. This hand seems miserable, but I guess I'm just not mulliganing it. It's probably a good enough hand versus the non-aggro decks. I'm pretty sure I'm close to a lock the go to it. I don't know what I'm going to play in it, but I'm pretty close to a lock to go. So we kept the old 5 land, 1 ramp spell hand. And like I said, the only match that I really don't want to get paired versus right now is the red deck, the aggro decks, and that's clearly what we got paired versus. I still think the hand's probably a keep. Yeah, we're just going to cycle this desert and hope that we can find some kind of staying power. Like maybe a removal spell, a Brontodon, just something. That is not those things. This is looking more and more bad. They are missing a land drop though, so if we can get a removal spell for this Beaumont Courier, like maybe that'll be good enough. Again, a little life here, and we're going to be able to hour, so that's kind of sweet. Hey James, how you doing, man? Hope everything's going well. You should just bring all your MTG stuff to me, and I'll bring you some dollar bills for it. Like a lot of dollar bills. So we take a big hit here. I am Sears the collection buyer. I have lots of dollar bills. I always have cash. I'm a rich man. So we have to get 2 deserts. I guess we're just gonna get 2 of these. Oh wow, neat. We have 8 mana. We can actually kill 2 things and play a 6/6 next turn. How sexy is that? Oh, hello, Beaumont friendo. If he attacks with everything, I'm probably going to block here and force this sack. And then that would keep both of these alive. Then next turn I would Tetsamok and kill those. Alright, well, not given that option. So we will still do what we have to do here. Just keep our life total as high as we possibly can. Hopefully this is just like a firebrand or something that we don't care about. Lovely, it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My math was correct. It's always fun when my math's correct. So I guess we'll start with this. Boom. Tetsi. That could be close to game, because we still have a Vraska's Contempt. We've got a big giant dude. George, I am backed by Sean Reynolds Incorporated. I can afford all things. Sean Reynolds Incorporated take you far in this world. Pretty excited about everything we've got going on right now. Guess I'm just going to use this on his hand. Target opponent reveals his or her hand, and you slay something. Pretty happy about that. Get on out here. Play this thing, so we can actually draw a card next turn. If they draw something relevant like a cropper, we can kill it if we feel like it. We're firing on all cylinders at this moment, though. Yeah, well, I don't want to take the damage, so I guess I'm just going to go ahead and smash that. Well, I'm going to let them attack first, but because I want this thing tapped. This might bring the concession, I'm not sure. Okay, it did. Ooh! What a good boy we were going to draw. Alright, well, I didn't expect to win that game, but luckily our opponent had no amounts of things going on. I think these are pretty good. Probably don't want that. Maybe want these. Depends on how many Pias and friends that he has. What wouldn't we want? We want these, we want these, we want all of this. Like, we could get rid of this. We're not going to have anything in our graveyard that's that great, I don't think. What other 2 cards could we just take? Is it wrong to take a ramp spell out? Feels like taking a ramp spell out is probably just really wrong. Maybe taking commune out is better. kind of like these on the draw. Also, don't hate them on the play. Let's try a couple of these too. I'm just going to take out all the communes and probably be highly wrong. I think I sideboard out commune way too much in these decks. In the play, I'd probably prefer commune, but let's just study on that. We have to mulligan this hand. Alright, we keep. I think I'm just going to keep a random 3-4 Dino. It's not great here, but like being able to block is better than not being able to block. I think there's a good chance that they kill the first one. If we just get 2, 3, 4s out, maybe that'll give us some time to find the things that we actually need to win. No Karizev, please. Yeah. A 1 or 2 mana removal spell would be nice. That's a removal spell, so not really what we were looking for, but black mana would be nice? That's not black mana. Alright, well we just got wrecked really hard this game. I think I have to play this and force him to use that. I actually think Golden Demise is typically pretty good in these matches, but maybe I'm just wrong about that. Well, Snap Block if given opportunity, but I assume he's just putting me at 8 here. And to have any chance at all, I assume we have to draw exactly a black mana this turn. And we didn't, so that's game. Opponent just played 2, 3, 4. We didn't draw any of our castable removal spells, and we just died. I just don't want either of these then. So we're back on to play now. Alright, let's try this. Hopefully we don't get buried too quickly. I feel like we have some tools, but we don't have any moments of weakness. We only have 3 fatal pushes. I can see how it's like really easy just to fall behind here. This is an acceptable hand. I've already started local. Heath asked me to play this deck in preparation for the Grand Prix, so if he's considering it for the Grand Prix, I guess I'm already considering it for the PTQ. I guess I have to play the Forest so that we have the option to play the Brontodon next turn. Really? No 2-drop. That could be some mediocre news. This thing probably doesn't die, but can easily just, you know, cash in some crops all over our face. That's Pia. Alright. Interesting. I think I'm going to start with this to try to make sure we hit our land for next turn. I think hitting the land's more important. I think getting the land's more important than having the Dino. To see what he plays before we make our decisions this turn. They saw us get this forest though, which sucks because they saw me play the swamp, so they can kind of infer that I have a fatal push in my hand. There's 2 Tattoo Mocks and 4 Carnage Tyrants in the main deck. I'm just gonna take 1 damage. Let's see what he has. Yeah, that's possible, but I was kind of thinking about like our main kill conditions, double Carnage Tyrant, and I'm just going to be getting a forest anyway, I think. Guess I could have took the Hashtag Oasis and then got like a Blooming Marsh. That would have been better. Yeah, because now I'm kind of like locked into getting a Desert plus an Arc. Or if I'd got the... I could have got a Blooming Marsh plus an Arc. Yeah. I should have got the Oasis, you're right. Getting the Oasis hides the Fatal Push a little bit more as well because, like... Probably doesn't hide it much more. It does probably hide it a little bit more. Alright, well you got me, friend. You got me, friendo. It can't be that bad for us, right? He literally sacrificed the land. And gave up his team. I think you're definitely right, and now that we've drawn a double black spell, I'm actually getting punished for the decision as well. Nope, he's playing an aggro deck. He just kept what looks like a very mediocre draw. Does I have to get a desert now? And I think I want to get an arc. So I could get this desert. That's not as good as just getting a Blooming Marsh though, so. Opponent still has 6 cards in their hand. I'm really not sure what our opponent is doing. He like played no spell until turn 3, and then on his turn 4, he just decides to kill my Walking Ballista? Like, is it just a bunch of Rekindling Phoenixes, I guess? Nope. It's this thing? That's not even that good. Like, he can't protect it, so the best thing he can do is like tick down and then trade it for half a zombie. That doesn't seem that, or trade it for, 2 damage. That doesn't seem good. That seems like all things that are very fine for me. I'm just gonna play a 6-mana Tetsumok here. It's like, beat my 6/6, brah. Make sure I'm attacking different targets. I think our opponent kept a loose draw. Alright. Well, 1-0. We beat Mono Red. I think he had a fine draw game 1, but he did mulligan to 5 game 1, so Like, it's obviously not a stellar. We'll play first. I think we keep this hand. Yeah, Carnage Tyrant constantly impresses. I think this hand's pretty weak, but we have an early removal spell if we need it versus the slow decks. Or versus the fast decks. Like, you can kill a Glint Siphoner or whatever. Then we have a Vraska's Contempt into an Hour of Promise. Those things are all probably good enough. Oh, blue-white deck. That's probably terrible for us. Don't know what blue-white deck he's playing, but I'm pretty comfortable playing this versus all of them that's not gift. So we have to see what he does on his turn 2. Okay, it's gift. It's probably pretty bad for us. Oh wow, it's Esper gift. That's pretty interesting, to be honest. I've not got paired versus Esper gift in many a days. The old Hostage Taker's pretty bad versus us, so at least that's something. We have another Brontodon, some Duresses. We don't have a whole lot versus gift, do we? You know, Lost Legacy refurbish maybe, but this is probably going to be a tough match. That opponent's playing kind of slow. Also, don't think Chandra's particularly good at the moment. Sorry about how much action's going on in this game. I know it's a lot to keep up with. Yep. Yes, sir. Well then. Guess we just play this in battle. If he blocks, I'll pump. If he doesn't block, I won't. Guess we'll put it on this one because we're more likely to want to sacrifice a hash trap. Hold on for a second. We at least represent 2 mana being up. Not that I think 2 mana particularly affects any of his plays and or decisions, but... What do we got? Well, they hit the GPG, so if they have a refurbish, bad times. Immediately tap double white, so that's probably refurbish. That's unfortunate. So let's say this game's over. Can't think of anything in our main deck that actually lets us come back from this board spot. So many decks just cannot beat GPG at the moment. Don't know why he's tanking so long on this. I can't imagine this is a hard decision. So we sideboard in this thing, and I guess these. We probably cut a ton of removal. He's got an angel in his graveyard. I'm pretty sure we can just concede. Still got 7 cards. Even if we hit like a Scavenging Grounds, I don't think it would be good enough here. I just don't think it would be good enough here. Alright. I'm going to drop out of this before we show him much more of our deck. Hopefully he'll think we're something that we're not. I'm pretty sure I want these and this. I guess I definitely don't want Fatal Pushes. Probably don't want most of our Contempts either. Our Lost Legacy is good enough for just refurbish. I'm not sure. I tend to think they're not. I tend to think they're not good enough. But let's find out. Maybe I could bring in Golden Demise in case they just try to go wide. I feel like we're pretty decent versus them if they just try to go wide, though. Left a Mastermind in. I have no idea how you beat him. OS, he got very unlucky. I actually think GPG is pretty good at the moment. It's on my list of decks to test. Let me see if I can pull up my list of decks to test. Where are you at? I don't want to show that on screen, so I'll just get out a notepad. This was the list of decks I plan on testing this week. And then some decks down at the bottom that I was asking people if they thought I should test, but whatever. Nobody wants to see. But yeah, Gifts is definitely on my list. Alright, I'll keep this hand. It's not very good, but I think it's good enough to keep. I'm definitely not casting Duress this early. Try to let them sculpt their hand a little bit before we play it. Dispossess is really strong versus those decks. It's the type of card that we might have to start playing again if they get massive amounts of play. It's a good deck. I don't think it's a bad deck. I think it's pretty good versus the Grixis and blue-black decks especially. So we have the option between Hour and Duress next turn. Not actually sure which one's strategically better. If this puts, say, GPG in the graveyard, our hand's kind of forced. No GPG, so we could do the gamble on missing 3 and just get our Hour of Promise on the table. It's probably our best chance to actually win the match. Yeah, I'm just playing this. I think it's the best chance to actually win the match. We get 1 Scavenging Ground and... So I'm just going to get an Arc. Hey JJ, how you doing today? No, I think it's a solid deck. I think all of those go wide strategies basically fall into the same category, but like I think they're all really good. He hit the GPG off of the Minister. So if he has a refurbish and an untapped land, we are closing in on no outs. It's a gamble we had to take. He doesn't have it though. Well, that's nice that he doesn't have it. Well, nice for us. I think this gives us a real good shot. It's kind of interesting that he cycled a land early, and he apparently either A, didn't have the land this turn, or B, didn't have to refurbish. I have no idea which it is yet. That's unfortunate. Luckily for us, the Duress doesn't really matter at this point because we have the Scavenging Grounds. Roar Owl, my buddy Heath's in town from his city, and he was saying that his internet's that bad as well. So I understand that, man. That really sucks though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can't play this and hold up this. What would we mastermind for? I don't really want anything. I don't know what I want mastermind-wise, so I'm just going to go ahead and use this and see what we can find. I think I'm actually just going to take the Blooming Marsh. Yeah, the Blooming Marsh gives us enough mana that, that we can both use the Carnage Tyrant and have Scavenging Grounds up on the following turn. Sultai Climb is hard to beat when it draws well. To see what he's got going on now. Angel's a good card. I tried Ban Approach once and it wasn't my favorite take, but I think I was too biased in how I was playing the deck. I think I just kept trying to win the same way I would win with Blue-White Approach, and it didn't work out real well for me. I probably should play it a second time. By the way, welcome to the chat. So 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 2 mana to be able to use a Golden Demise here. It's like a lot. Sure. Well, he's got a lot of things going on and we don't have a lot of mana. I think I'm just going to do this for a Golden Demise. You get a 4/4 copy? Oh. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I'd missed a question above that. We'll take a hit this turn, but I'm trying to play around as many things as I can. I wonder if it's right next turn to cast Lost Legacy on Negate before we play the Golden Demise. Feels like that might be something I'm interested in. Hey, Shaolin. I think I updated all that. Wonder if I'm trying to be too controlling. He's got 2 GPGs in his graveyard already. What's the chances that he doesn't have a third and just a refurbish would lock him out of GPGs? Or just like a Lost Legacy on a refurbish? It's an interesting fault, right? Another self rebooter would be brutal for us. Thank you, Local Dope. He has another freebooter? Alright. That's tilting. That's tilting. That really affects this game, too. So now what do we have mana-wise? We need to keep 3 for this, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to kill this. It makes things a lot harder. We ain't got a lot of turns to do anything here, is the problem. We can't actually get that card back either. So to draw like a contempt now? I guess I have to do this. I actually don't know what my out is now. Ooh! That's a good one. Or Black Mana Shive doing everything. Black Mana Shive doing everything. Because I didn't have Ash Tap Oasis in play. I guess we're going to do this and look at his deck. So he's got a GPG in his hand. And another Angel of Invention. He brought in all the negates and he brought in the commit. There's no creatures in his graveyard. Alright. Hopefully it doesn't do well with this hit. I don't know how we're going to beat the second Angel. Wait, what? I didn't see that in his library. Apparently I overlooked it. Him casting an Angel here doesn't do anything. Guess he makes it a 5/4 and it hits me for 1,000,000 on the ground. Yeah, we're just dead. I don't have an out, I don't think. Well, I mean, I have an out. He can brick next turn or whatever. Nope, no out. Can't kill everything and have mana up. I play pretty much random decks. I thought we were going to win this game. I felt really far ahead. Now we're just dead. We know he has a GPG in his hand, so like I don't even have any backdoor outs with Tetsamok. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you spend 2 mana, kill this. No, just nothing does anything. Did I play that game wrong? Or can we just not win that match? I'm not sure. I didn't have enough black mana to like deadpan. I didn't have enough mana I didn't have enough black mana to be able to use the Deadlands, the Demise, and the Duress, which I think was my only way to win. Huh. That game felt like it was winnable, and it felt like we were really far ahead. Killing the Angel doesn't do anything. He's got a GPG in his hand, and he's got 7 mana in play. So I have to get, if I'm going to kill an Angel, I also have to get the GPG out of his hand. So just putting things in the graveyard doesn't help. I said yes. I guess I'll keep this hand. This card's been unexciting to me. I didn't even know how to use it last game, right? I should have played the black land. I don't think it matters, but still seems like it had to be the right play. Yeah, I don't have enough mana to do it all. I physically have enough mana. I don't have the correct colors to do it all. Alright, well, if this is a Winding Constrictor, we pretty much lose if we just don't hit a removal spell again. And we missed on another removal spell. You don't win very many games that you let your opponent untap of a Winding Constrictor. I'll just go ahead and tell everyone that who doesn't play a lot of Standard. Let them untap of a Winding Constrictor and you can pretty much count the games you'll win on one hand. There's no Bontu's Last Reckoning in the graveyard or anything? Black Source? Almost a Black Source. Yeah, because the Siphoner, like if I killed a Siphoner on the next turn, they had to have the Effort Hub to even draw a card. And if they don't have the Effort Hub, like sometimes you can beat one card, but like the Winding Constrictor just gives so much value. Like look what the Winding Constrictor did this game. It's just another snake. Rip. Just have no outs to this stuff. It's another there's another Walking Ballista. We just don't have no out. We can literally concede now. Well, I guess not literally concede. We can figuratively concede now. Now we can literally concede. None of our sideboard cards seem particularly appealing to me here. I don't think I want any of these cards. Definitely don't want Duress. I guess I want the Brontodon because of Hidana's climbs and stuff. I don't think I want the Bloodfast. Cartouches do a little, but not a lot. I don't think there's anything I particularly ever want to take a turn off to tutor for. I kind of want these. They're just probably not good enough. I don't think they're good enough. I really want to keep this hand. We don't have green mana. We've got 2 turns to draw it. 26 lands in our deck. Yeah, I'm keeping this hand. I mean, any ramp spell feels pretty good to me in these matches. Maybe I'm just wrong. Well, we have to draw the land next turn. It's arguable that I'm not even supposed to play the Walking Ballista. Because now it just gives him a 3 fatal push target. I think the math says to keep that hand. I think we're like 70% to hit, so I think you have to keep that. Okay. Rip. Cool, he's going for the greedy play. Pretty happy about that, at least. We get a really good turn here. Go ahead and kill that too while we have the mana. Land? Not a land. Guess I'll just hardcast it. Or just play it, rather. Okay. One time basic forest. Not a basic forest. That was a misplay. I should have held up Vraska's Contempt. In case he drew like Virtus Gearhulk or something. Putting a counter on this isn't relevant. Yeah, this was a play. It was a play mistake I made. Alright, deck, you can do it. One time, basic forest. You can make everybody proud, deck. Would accept even a tapped land here, but there's no Field of Runes in this deck, were they? I don't remember. Is there a basic, is there Field of Runes in here? They are not. So if he flips Adonis Climb, we are on the no outs to it. Hey, it's a Carnage Tyrant. Maybe he won't have a removal spell. He's got a Deadlands in play, but Deadlands doesn't matter versus Death Touch. There are Doomfalls in our deck, so like we're not drawing dead even if he kills this. And we have our own Carnage Tyrants, of course. We're not drawing dead. Well, that was bad. Put you here, I guess. Guess I would rather put it here. Oh, well, there's all of our mana. Well, of course it would be a better card. So they have 1 or 2 Carnage Tyrants, we have 4. Stand by not fair. And now they've got the Adonis Climb, so we have to find a Brontodon and a way to block this. We have to have a Brontodon this turn, and that's game. Felt really good about that game too until we just didn't draw the lands. So close. I still think that was a correct keep. We were 70% to hit a land. I don't think you can mulligan and try to find better than that. Yeah, well, it's the uphill climb. Positive note is we're losing quickly. If you can't win, it's funner to lose quickly. This hand's a keep. Pretty solid keep. Probably just looking for land with this. JK. I guess I'm just gonna take the Carnage Tyrant. I'll look for land with the other one. Alright. Well, we're definitely looking for a land with this one. What do we got up there? I can't see that card. Oh, it's a Blooming Marsh. Snapping off the Blooming Marsh. They have Field of Runes, so I'm going to start with the Spring and get us a basic land to put our gift on. Probably a basic Swamp. That's annoying. Luckily, we don't need a lot of cards for ramp. Alright, you can do it, deck. One time. Untapped land for Daddy Cakes. I'm Daddy Cakes. Is it ever okay to tutor for a land if we miss it? I feel like we're just going to win the game if we slam Carney T into Carney T, if the Conrads just get rolling. I think it's going to be hard for him to win if the Conrads just start flowing here. They cycled. Interesting. Don't care about that guy. It's bad news o'clock for our opponent. Scoop, Scoop City. Scoop, Scoop City. It's probably not Scoop City. Don't have to kill the Siphoner that turn, by the way, because he didn't have an energy yet. If he had an energy, we may not do that. Don't care a whole lot about the Scarab. Untapped land just means we get to kill it. Search your library for a card. Go get us a Contempt. A boom. Just boom. Alright, how do we sideboard? We don't want this. This card's not great. These cards do a few things. They're not special. These don't do too much. These are kind of cool. These are maybe cool. Definitely don't want these. Definitely don't want these. Probably don't want these. I think I want these. Alright, let's look at what we have to take out. I don't think Mastermind's a good Magic card. I just want to say that. Call that a straight stone bias, and maybe I'm making tons and tons of mistakes based on the amount I sideboarded out, but I do not think that is a good Magic card. I just only want it in my decks when I have catch-alls in my sideboard that I don't want to draw most games. So, like, for example, like say I had a Bantu's Last Reckoning in my sideboard. I would not ever want to sideboard Bantu's Last Reckoning in this match, but there's situations where Bantu's Last Reckoning can win a game. That's the type of places where I want Mastermind's acquisition, where like it can find get out of jail free cards out of my sideboard. And I just don't see this deck being able to abuse that. So like I think Mastermind's good in decks with bigger sideboards and more diverse sideboards. Take for example the other ramp deck, like the 4 or 5 color ramp deck that's got like a Scarab God, a Nezahal, a Bantu's Last Reckoning, you know, a Sandworm Convergence. All these situational cards that you may not ever want to draw in a particular game. I think Mastermind is great in a deck like that. I do not think Mastermind's great in a deck like this, where like all of the cards that I want to tutor for it, I'm just going to put in my deck. Like I'm just going to sideboard all of the cards I want to tutor into my deck. So that makes it just a generic Diabolic Tutor at that point, and I don't think it's good as a Diabolic Tutor. But that's neither here nor there, and could be entirely wrong. I'm not actually sure. We'll sideboard out a couple of these. Pretty sure I just want like at least these 2 cards. I kind of want these 3 cards as well. I definitely don't want Duress. I want to leave all my Walking Ballistas. Kind of want to try Lost Legacy because I don't think that they can ever beat me that they don't have a Scarab God. But like maybe that's just wrong. Maybe that's not good enough. I'm gonna try 1. It's probably bad. It should probably just stay a Mastermind. We drew it though. So we're locked, cocked, and ready to fire. Hey Heath, what's up, man? We are getting brown today. Maybe I should have brought in both Lost Legacies. Because like Lost Legacy calling Lost Legacies not nothing. Wah, 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 wah. There's a ramp spell. Ramp spells are fun spells. What are you into today, Heath? Hope you're having a good morning. After you've talked us into this travesty. Actually, it's not that bad. It's not travesty bad. I like to talk in hyperbole. It's been fine. No, I like it. I like it. It just let's see. We lost to Sultai Snake, and it just didn't feel like we could ever beat Sultai Snake. What else did we lose to? And we lost to GPG, which didn't feel particularly good. Like I don't think I just want to jam this. I feel like just jamming this is like just kind of like asking for him to have a negate or something. I think I'd rather just do this. Don't know how many games he beats us where he doesn't have Scarab God. So he has a Scarab God in his hand. He's got double Contempt in his hand. What else is in his deck? 2 Walking, 2 Gear Hulk. So basically 2 Walking, 2 Gear Hulk, and 2 Liliana's all I have to worry about. Sure. Let him see the bad news. Oh, you drew a Gonti. Well, that's not ideal, but it does make our Tetsumak a little bit better. Tetsumak. It's so good. It's Zamak. I don't know what I just said. I'm going to pretend it was Swahili. So we have all the deserts. We can just get cool stuff. So by cool stuff, I mean, he's already got this thing, so maybe I just don't even want to bother with cool stuff. Eh, what the hell? Make him use it? Nah. Make him use it. More impersonations, please. I am not a crook. How did you like my Nixon? I think it was great. Worst Nixon in A. I can't double block here. Can I ever just slam Carnage in this spot? Take 4 more damage and not care? It doesn't feel that unreasonable. Hold on. Honestly, it doesn't feel that unreasonable. I think I'm just going to cast this one, though. Nah. Let's just cast this guy. He definitely can't block next turn unless he can somehow get Tetsamok out of our hand. And then he, kind of can't block next turn anyway. I think we just win the race at this point, too. Like, I honestly just don't think I even have to do anything if I don't feel like it. I guess he could have Gear Hulk. That's something to think about. Just leave these back then because he could have Gear Hulk? Now, I should have used Commune before I attacked. Because I could have attacked with everything if I know I was hitting another Carnage here. I am not hitting another Carnage here, so I guess that thing makes things a little bit more difficult. Whatever. I'm just going to play this thing then. Maybe he has a commit at this point. I'm going to draw 2 cards before he takes that opportunity away from us. What a nice 2 cards. What fun, says our Carnage Tyrant friends. It's kind of cool that I'm just not worried about anything he could ever do right now. It just feels to me like it does not matter what he has. Now that he doesn't have Scarab God, it doesn't feel like this is losable. Unless he somehow stole a bunch of Carnage Tyrants. Guess I'm just going to double block if he attacks. Gear Hulk for a contempt? Sure. See if he has the negate before we make any more decisions, attack-wise. But he doesn't get to see Conrad's friends. Alright, so we have a chance to cash. We've got paired versus one blue deck. And I felt like his game 1 draw was pretty reasonable. His game 2 draw was probably fine as well. We just happen to have Lost Legacy for Scabrino. Scabrino Busi. We lost a dice row. Dead Man Wonderland. Alright, we'll keep it slow, but whatever. A Foul Orchard on one. So the problem we had in our earlier game versus Snake was just like, they just cast something on turn 2 and won the game because we didn't have a removal spell. So, if we're not going to draw our removal spells, it could be rough. I'm just taking a second Carnage Tyrant. Alright, we have a plan now. Play 2 Carnage Tyrants and cram them down our opponent's throat. That feels like a good plan. We're already on 6 mana in our hand, too. Plan A. Just cast 2 Carnage Tyrants and cram down your opponent's throat. Doesn't seem like a bad plan. In fact, versus some opponents, it's clearly good enough. I'm not going to cycle. We just have 6 mana right now, and that's good enough for me. Casting this in case we want to use Nevraska's Contempt on his dude. Which I think there's a good chance that we would want to do. During his turn, of course. Probably the end of his turn. It'll take 2 more damage before we make a decision. Because we'd rather hit a Planeswalker with it, if possible. And we don't really care if he counterspells it. What kind of sucks, though, is we won't get... If we use this Hour Promise, we won't get... If we use this Hour Promise, we have to top deck a Desert to get the 2/2s, but like, I'm not worried about 2/2s too much. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. Not going to bother with the Hour. Maybe he's got like commit into Gearhulk commit. I still don't know if that actually wins unless he shuffles our deck. And has some like cool stuff to go with it. Could have Doomfall. Some of these decks play a Doomfall main, but... Like, that's not the most common thing. And we're certainly playing it, especially when we have a backup in our hand anyway. If we didn't have a backup, we probably wouldn't play it. And since he knew the Carnage Timer was in our hand, if he had a Doomfall, he would have almost assuredly played it himself. So I didn't think he had a Doomfall. Boom. What is this? Is this a 5/6 blocker? Friendo, you tapped a swamp for some reason. Why did you tap a swamp, Friendo? Where's the 2 Carnage Tyrants you know about? Okay, you've known about them for 7 turns. It's kind of interesting that you just like kind of refused to kill them, or just conceded to them. All right, that was an amusing win. I think I want this. I think I want this. I think I like Duress a little bit more versus Grixis than I do blue-black because of the additional amount of spells they typically play. But overall, I don't really like it at all. I think I'm just going to bring both Lost Legacies in. Get out of here, Mastermind. Think I'm going to tell one Fatal Push to get out of here. I want the Doomfall. Doomfall's probably less good here because of stupid Whirler Virtuoso. Maybe I can take Doomfall out. Yeah, stupid Whirler Virtuoso makes Doomfall a lot less good, I think. I keep taking a Commune out every game because I don't know what I'm supposed to take out. Probably could just be a ramp spell on the draw. Like JJ suggested earlier, like maybe it's just Spring. Alright, I think this hand's fine. It's obviously not the best keep in the world, but we have an answer to a Siphoner, and maybe I way overrate that. Because I just don't want to keep hands without an answer to a Siphoner. Poor opponent. I laughed in his face. Alright then. I like laughing in faces. Ramp spell would be a good draw. Spring especially. Uh-oh. It's got Whirlers and Champion of Wits. Double Champion to the graveyard. Opponent's expecting a lone game? I hope he's not expecting a lone game. I'm just kind of hoping to get to turn 6 and cast 2 or 6 and 7 and cast Carnage Tyrant into concessions again. That's my plan. My plan's not a good plan. Don't tell anybody. This is my plan, that is your plan. Don't play a Liliana, I will be sad. This isn't a Liliana. Oh, it is a Liliana. It's a pre-combat Liliana. That's odd. Alright, you got your glint back. A Paleomine. Alright, we'll kill this. I think I'm lagging. Unfortunate. That's unfortunate too. I guess I'm not letting him untap. This isn't going well. Double red. That's a bad sign. Okay. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. Untap land one time? It's kind of an untap land. I guess it makes our opponent deal with it. It's clearly not very good here, but what else do we have, right? This game's going poorly. Not in that bad a shape if we just draw like a contempt. Draw Contempto number 3. It will be looking kind of pretty. Contempto number 3? You're not a Contempto number 3. Alright. Plan B. Just cast a bunch of things and hope some of it's good enough somewhere over a rainbow. He wants a double block? That's really good for me, I think. He doesn't have a great attack this turn. He can get like 4 damage in and get rid of this, but that doesn't seem like something he would want to do. He's going to have to double block Tatsumaki at some point. This isn't going well, though. Put a top too. That's even less well. That means it's probably counter spells that he's drawn. So what can I do? I can just attack with both. Play this. I take 2. I'm not dead. But what does he do? Probably like double blocks 1 and takes 7? We can't take it all. Because if he just takes it all, I'm dead, right? It's our best chance to win, I think. Didn't expect this block. Feel good about this block. He's going to take 6. He's going to have 2 4/4s back. I don't take damage this turn. That puts us at an interesting dilemma. And by interesting dilemma, I mean I could care less whether he gets the Scarab God back or not. Mainly because if he gets the Scarab God back, I'm dead anyway. So I can't care about something that I can't beat. Torrential Gear Hulk on a Contempt is fun. Guess I'm just going to play these. That gives me the most options. Really need another green land at some point. This is kind of bad. I've opened up my Thrashing Brontodon to a removal spell. Turn 6. Not bad. What the hell is he tapping for this much mana? It's just another Gear Hulk, and now he's going to target the Brontodon. Okay. Sure. It goes to 12. That's kind of bad. I don't think I have an out then. Not sure what I could draw. Think I'm just dead. I don't think Lost Legacy for Scarab does anything. Just block still dead. I guess we can look at his deck though. See how he sideboarded. Has an Essence Scatter. 3 Whirlers. No Doomfalls. Only 1 Contempt. 1 Bloodfast. How many enchantments does he have total in his deck? He's got 1 Bloodfast. Only 1 Bloodfast. Alright, I think that helps us decide how to play next game. He's got 2 Negates, 2 Supreme Wills. 2 Torrential Gear Hulks. Okay. We're just dead on board if he attacks. Maybe he'll play around something that he shouldn't. Can't imagine that he would. He's got a removal spell and everything in his hand. Alright, I'm not sure that I need these anymore, Vin. See if there's anything in our graveyard I would prefer to have. I definitely don't want these. Definitely don't want these. Definitely don't care about these now. I just don't think I want any of this stuff. These are the only cards that have any use at all. Want my commune back. I think we're just going to run with this. The Brontodons can still kill the Gear Hulks. See if we can get a playable draw. It's a playable draw. It is not a good draw. This Gift of Paradise with no basic land is a huge liability. Just don't think I can mulligan it. Especially when the Walking Ballista can answer the first glint. Interesting. Think I'm actually still just casting Walking Ballista here. This might make him take a turn off. It's kind of really wanting to draw a basic land. Please no negate. If he has a negate and we just get mana screwed in our 3-color deck, or in our 2-color ramp deck again, I would be kind of jilted. Is jilted a word? I'd be kind of aggravated. I think aggravated is definitely a word. Ooh. What's the correct play here? It's just to go for the Carnage Tyrant next turn, right? I think it's just to go for the Carnage Tyrant. Not really. I have no idea how Jeff Cunningham's #1 in the trophy board. Has he got any more today? No, he's not got any more today. I have no idea how he's doing it. He's just a better player than me. On the outside looking in, I don't understand how that he's just crushing with it. He's obviously a better player than me, but like... I don't care if he commits this. Why do we not have... I don't care if he commits that. I could have tapped my mana slightly better, but... Well, that one's not great. May just kill if the dead lands and not... Oh, never mind. He's casting something else that's pretty easy. We're just going to Tetsumak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Untap land lets us kill them both, which would be wonderful. That's not an untap land. I think it's safe to do this. That's unfortunate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically we have to tap black, this, whoops, this, and we're going to get rid of the, actually, undo this, and we're going to get rid of this one, so he doesn't draw 2 cards. One card's what you get. Probably just going to use Oasis here and attack for lots. Even if he plays a big blocker, like, the big blockers aren't great. So that's, he's at 10, we're attacking for 10, he needs something else or he's just dead on board. Alright, so he's got something else. Okay. That's something else. So... just play this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kill that thing. Tap for black. Kill this thing. No card for you, brother. Guess I could have attacked first. Anyway, we got our cash back. Alright. So the deck went well. I don't know if I would change anything. What was the other game we lost to? Oh, it was the gift deck. So we beat a Grixis deck, a blue-black deck, we lost, and a mono-red deck, and we lost to a Grixis deck and a Sultai Snake deck. Sorry, we beat Grixis Energy, or whatever they call it. Grixis mid-range, blue-black mid-range, mono-red. And we lost to Esper Gifts. And we lost to Sultai Snake. I don't know anything about changes to the deck. Like, Tetsumok feels extremely powerful. I'm not sure I wouldn't mind a third one. Maybe 3's just too many. Not actually sure. What I am sure about, however, is I'm going to play a second league today. But I have to restart the stream before the second league comes on. So give me about 30 seconds and press refresh if you care. If not, I'll see you next time. And as always, thank you guys so much for stopping by.